board with me.
No. Alright, go.
I can't fucking see you. I don't care. Um,
What do you
let's
mean
just.
you don't see?
I don't see your cam. I don't. I'm gonna disappear. Poof.
So, Zach missed it because he can't see my face.
You missed it.
There we go. Now I see everybody.
Come here,
All
come
right.
here.
Nope,
So,
you missed it. I came and like showed my face, waved to the camera and everything, and that's when you.
You can stream it later. Or you can stream later if you need. Alright, let's go.
all right, ready? Are we streaming?
Yes!
Okay. Welcome to Roll Initiative, episode 5. We're running a little late tonight due to some scheduling problems with my work. I apologize to everyone out there for that. We may be speaking about changing that schedule, but that's something for later. So, episode 5, where did we leave off? In our last campaign, at the end of our last session anyway, you were all in the house of Rosalind Montague, famed bard in Heathcliff. She showed up, knocked on the door, and cooked everyone breakfast. And now we are going to go visit Lolliot, correct? I think that's where we left off. So it's morning time. You're in a stranger's house and she's cooking you breakfast. Let's just jump straight into it. Yeah, I think everybody's
we were
awake
talking
now.
about bringing what's his face.
Bringing.
The
Oh yes, the
Vex.
roguish character. Yes, that's true. Discuss, because I know you didn't come to a conclusion there. I know, what was it, Michelle? You said you hate the guy because he's all sneaky.
I don't trust him. His intentions don't seem pure. I'm not a.
Thoughts? Anybody?
I'm not quite sure if the king's intentions are quite clear themselves.
I'm just more concerned with whether or not he can help us.
So you're meeting with the king there, Sir Sirris. Is that to discuss the mercenary hall that you are interested in?
Yes.
Very good. I'm going to silence my phone. Oh, look at that. Pack Mother is streaming. Hi, stream. All right. So what are we going to do? Are you just going to bring in that coin and let him speak to him that way? I know you discussed that option.
I mean, if he doesn't trust physically being there, maybe he's willing to be there in the room.
He did request a physical meeting. I'm sure the technicality will go over very well with him. Okay, so it sounds like you guys don't trust Cassius. So, are we heading out?
Yeah, we'll head out, and then I'll contact Cassius later.
Are we going to discuss with Lolliot the Black Plague issue?
I don't think your party has discussed that. You know, there's a number of political issues going on in the town. People are being shot in the docks. People are bad-mouthing the king on the street corners. The leader of the army hates the leader of the military or the navy. It's just a mess.
We've already discussed him being hated because maybe feels like he's being hated.
Well, but if the king sends us to go find a cure, or to go stave off this plague that's affecting all of its citizens, a good number of their citizens that are now fearing to go out and go do.
The king doesn't know himself.
Yeah.
But if the king sends us,
Yes, Lyle did send people.
Or Lyle.
Yeah, he was the one who sent people to the east, but of course it was under the king's command, demanding more lumber for expansion. Yeah, I think we went over all that. Well, I think best thing to do, just get moving and decide what we're going to say when we get there, all right?
That's how Michelle lives his life.
Yeah. Rosaline's already at the door, like, "Come on, guys, it's time to go. Let's go meet Lolliot." And she's ready to go. She's going with you guys. She hasn't been in the council for a number of weeks now, and people are actively looking for her.
So for somebody who's not super wanting to go meet Lolliot, you seem really enthused to go meet with him today.
Oh, I just didn't want to go to work, but I don't want him to think that I'm dead or something. I just found out he was looking for me.
You need to make yourself more available.
She makes
not-
herself
not
completely
in a-
available. She's just hard to find.
It says, "I've been around, I just not in the keep lately."
Oh, me too.
So, she steps outside and waves you guys over. You can tell she has the same little harp that she had with her the night before. Still barefoot, same dress, just walking down the street, plucking away at her harp. She turns around and looks over her shoulder and says, "Oh, and don't forget to lock up."
I would assume I have a key because I came in late last night.
We didn't discuss who had the key, but sure, we'll go with that.
It would make sense if I was go seeing a
A
man of
brothel.
the night.
Yeah.
So yeah, as that's happening, I realize I'm still wearing the dress that I mimicked to mimic hers from the night before. So I say fabulous, and I change it into a wonderful that matches the pants and boots, of course.
Okay. Okay. Does it look like your photo of Camacho there, red, white, and blue?
I mean, the pants are black with white trim, and the boots are black with white trims. So it's gonna be like a black and white with like white stripes and mostly a black.
King Louis looking. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you guys head towards the Capitol building. Let me pull up my notes real quick. But it's morning.
I know.
Okay. As you approach the city gates, you see a gray banner tossed over top of the regular black and violet banners that typically adorn the entrance. Rosaline points and says, "Oh, the council's in session. Oops. Do you guys want to come?"
Well, since we're here.
Yeah, sure.
She leads you forward through the large gates into the courtyard that you were in earlier. You see some people walking to and fro, and this time, as you're a little more observant of the town, you can see there's some construction going on. It looks like they're currently progressing towards building a cathedral, uh, just to the east side of the main castle. As you make it to the archway that leads into the grand hall, you can hear a clamor up ahead. So, as you enter, you see many, many people on the left and right all lined up for this. It's basically a city meeting. It's not a small council meeting. It's a proper city meeting where everyone's yelling their grievances towards the king.
Oh, shit. What did we just walk into?
Yes. Um, Rosaline quickly makes a turn to the right and kind of sneaks into the crowd, not wanting to be spotted. Um, so you see a man standing before Lolliot. He's wearing a leather vest and some simple tattered clothes, some mud clogged boots. And from what you can make out, he seems to be debating about the cathedral. He says, "Old gods, new gods, the question, we don't even know what this city follows anymore." And you hear murmurs from the left and right discussing exactly what the general faith of the city should be. Lolliot says that he did not create the cathedral with a certain theme in mind. He just wanted a place of worship for anyone. And people don't like that. You see him raise his hands in the air and he says, now, listen, construction is not complete. Perhaps there may be a time when we have a vote, but until the construction is complete, I would like to table this problem. We will leave it up to our council, and we'll have a meeting directly after this one. You hear lots of groans, and there's some people screaming about him being a godless heathen, and some guards are directing them out of the room. Let's see. The meeting goes on for a while. A number of things are brought to the attention of Lolliot, some of which we've already discussed. Lyle steps forth in front of the city. He raises his hands and says, "You all know me. Some call me the Midday, other the Grey Guard. But I'm Lyle, and I serve Pelor. What I saw in the city streets the other day was nothing short of a war crime and an abomination. We should not be firing upon our own people. And I call now, in front of all who are here, that Maybelline be removed from her position as the leader of the Navy." The room goes silent.
Oh, I interrupt that silence.
What are you going to say?
Shit. Give me a second. My intelligence score matches my intelligence score.
I'm going to give you real-time seconds. You got 4 seconds before he starts talking. 1.
She is not lawless. She is just defending her own ships. As the leader of the Navy, it is her duty to protect the ships from any and all. If its own citizens are attacking the ships, it's her job to defend it and the crew. Attacking the crew for defending the ships is also...
Spoken from the mouth of a sailor to the ears of a soldier, I have to disagree. I don't believe there is any reason for someone to cause harm to the inhabitants of our own town.
Well, if you were a soldier and he's a sailor, you guys both the same thing, protecting the same thing.
Sailors can be many things, and I think we all know what Maybelline was before she got her position. Now, he puts his hand up. By the way, Maybelline is up there with Lolliot at this time. Put that out there. He puts his hand up and says, "Now, I have no ill feelings for Maybelline outside of this event. Many know we haven't agreed on topics. However, I'd have nothing against her personally, but the way that event was taken care of, I know myself and Lolliot would have dealt with it differently. Can you say that you would have dealt with that differently?"
Can you say you would have if you would have actually been there when it happened?
He was addressing the king, who now stands.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm still going to interrupt.
Yeah, buddy.
He says,
I want to let them do their thing first.
"We have different divisions in this city for a reason. Everyone is in charge of what they do. When it comes to the docks, Maybelline is in charge. Were I there, things may have gone differently. However, we all know that I am a little more inclined to the magical sort than anyone else who I employ. But regardless, this is not something to be discussed in front of the entire city. Your grievances have been noted. Sit down." And that's it.
I sit down. Like in the middle of the crowd, I just sit down.
He turns and throws his cloak in anger and just walks out of the room. if if that's all, then we will conclude this meeting for now. We will have another session tomorrow when everyone starts to get in a clamor. He says, I've answered enough questions for the day. Tomorrow I will have some proper answers on those that I could not. Thank you all for coming in. Goodbye. And he's just waiting for the room to clear out. He's not taking any other questions. Rosaline's like, okay, so we just stand here and wait. After a few moments, when the room clears and it's mostly guards and a few stragglers, Lolliot sees Rosaline and immediately makes a beeline over to her. He stands there, looks at the three of you, then looks at her and says, where have you been? It's been weeks. She says, oh, I'm not here on business. These guys just wanted to talk to you. And then
look at
she
her with the
gestures
strangest
to
look.
you guys and just like steps to the side.
I just
But
look
she,
at that and kind of shrug my shoulders.
She just threw us under the bus and shut up.
what's a bus?
Under the carriage. Under the carriage. Lots of horses.
What can I do for you? I did say that we could have a meeting. I'm sorry it came on such unpleasant terms. What's the nature of your meeting?
Lots of things. What's our reason?
Well, first and foremost, we would like to establish our own mercenary guild.
Come, let's find a place to talk. And he begins to walk away.
I stand up.
Everyone following. He leads you into a smaller chamber with a large, round oak table and some sturdy, finely crafted chairs. The walls adorned with books and a hearth at the far end. On the table are a number of scrolls and a plate with cheese, some fruit, a little bread, just a little bit of this and that, dried sausage. He waves and says, help yourself. I have some wine over there if you're interested. I always enjoy a little wine after such meetings.
I sit down right next to the dried beef and I start chewing on the sausage.
Oh, and cake. Do you mind? And he starts getting a piece of cake. And he just sets it back in his chair.
I also grab a sausage.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, we would like to look into acquiring the permits and the property we need.
Rosaline enters the room and kind of like leans back in a chair. He takes a bite, points his fork at her and says, you know that's her job, right?
Yeah, but we need the permits, cookies.
That's her job.
But to make the deal.
Yeah, that's her. Do you not know your own job anymore? You can tell he's visibly frustrated. He says, listen, I know you're made for adventure or whatever, but I'm old now. We can't keep doing this. You need to settle down. He keeps on eating.
You're never too old.
And she's like, well, I don't know what I do here. I don't know. I'm thinking about just hitting the road again. And he's like, you know what? Just go on. That's fine. I'll take care of it. She leaves the room and just plucking her harp like no cares in the world that the king just told her to leave. He says, okay, so permits. Do you mind? He points at Michelle and says, that shelf there, big red book. Can you get that, please?
How many red books are on the shelf?
You can make it out. There's one that's huge.
Oh. I grab it and I hand it to him. Yeah, I mean if it's stupidly clear which book he's.
Yeah, it has like a 6-inch spine. He flips it open. He's like, okay, what part of town were you thinking about having this guild in, and what is your budget?
um, I don't know. I guess the
We've got the military district here, the keep, of course. There's the Gold Road, the market district. Um, the outskirts of town, you can get a lot lower rates, but you're not going to have as much traffic there. It's something to consider. Though we are expanding north, so that could change. And then there is the arcane district. However, I don't think you'd really fit in there.
The military district would be better for mercenaries.
I feel like maybe we should go towards where the expansion is. Be the footings of the new ground.
You think you should go north, where your brothel was?
Oh,
Of
I mean,
course you do.
that has nothing to do with. I didn't remember that was in the north, but yes, yeah, that would be maybe right next to it.
There is a lot of foot traffic there.
There's a lot of foot traffic going into brothels, and you know what? The mercenaries are kind of the people that are going to go to there.
don't know if I want that kind of foot traffic in my establishment.
I tap you on the shoulder and I go, "I'm that kind of foot traffic."
He flips the page and reveals says we have these 6 empty lots. My question is, are you trying to get government assistance?
Okay, you just went totally.
Yeah, he full on robot, but I understood what he said.
Are you trying to be sponsored by us, or is this a private endeavor?
I would much rather keep it private.
Could get better contracts going.
It's your call.
You just totally no more in that. Half of that was said.
What is going on?
I don't know. Something's.
Now.
All I got was now. Oh, you're reloading everything. Okay.
Something I'm living on. All right.
Hello? Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Am I still a robot? Okay. I have my headset plugged into my Razer keyboard, and sometimes it gets a little funky.
Maybe you're a robot.
I could be. So, question. Private endeavor, right? It could reduce cost if it wasn't. And you could get some assistance from our local suppliers.
Sponsorship dollars aren't something that turned down.
The sponsorship needs you to follow certain rules.
True.
Appreciate the generosity. I do. I believe this is something that we want to do on our own. That way we weren't tied down.
Very well. I understand. Just know that can change the cost. So what kind of a budget are you working with? And what size are you looking to build this thing? Because that's going to be a big factor.
What was it we had? Hold on, I gotta get my book. 10,000?
I believe you were looking into, 10,000, but I believe you were looking into like a small warehouse type setup, right?
Yeah, something just to start out.
We do have a place available. Could use a little work, but well, it used to be a butcher shop, but we could give the plot away for 6,000 if you could put some work into it.
How much work?
Well, you look like a man of experience. How good are you at removing bloodstains?
Oh, that's child's play. Fine, we'll take it.
That's cute. He asked us how quickly we can see the blood.
Very well. It is here on the map. It is in the southern outskirts of the market district. However, foot traffic is pretty good there. They did quite well for a while, but another place came in and took over the market. So you should do good. As long as you don't butt heads with Lyle. I know he's always looking for recruits for the Grey Guard.
We're one of his favorite closing moves right now, so. Which is on to our next point.
Oh gosh, what has he commissioned you to do?
This right?
Uh, I would very much like to know how you're going to take care of that. Please enlighten me.
Carefully.
With enough Tyrrells to Tyrrell the new city.
I've already got a number of people under my employ distributing those to the general populace. But even in doing so, the demand is so high that people are going to individual markets to purchase these things.
Oh yeah, we know we're one of them. All three of us.
The healers are doing what they can, but without the cathedral being built, people aren't sure where to go. We try to put the information out there as well as we can, but it's a very complicated matter.
What's causing the spread of this disease?
We're not entirely sure. We had a number of scouting parties and people looking for lumber moving to the east, partly to help finish construction on the cathedral, ironically, and that's whenever it began trafficking into the town. Ever since then, it's just a matter of contagion.
We'll
It's a
make
new
sure to
town with a
send
high
people.
population and high population density. People are close together. Business is booming. People are coming from the outside. It's hard to say, but I don't see it going away easily.
Well, I say send your scouts from there and don't people there from there until we figure it out.
I believe you underestimate how much of a necessity lumber is in building a city.
Yeah, but without your people to get that lumber, you don't have lumber to get it. Or hold on, one thing. No, I said it wrong. If you do not have the people to get that lumber, you won't have lumber.
Well, that's true, but halting construction for even a day can cost us tens of thousands
If
of
you
gold
guys are
pieces.
willing to be a trade city, then I would start using your trade to help benefit.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you under my employ? Do you work for the town council? No. With all due respect, we're handling the matter as best we can.
But if I he came across instead of, still using his name.
What? I didn't hear that.
I said that's why he came to us instead of still using his men.
Well, yes, we've all been members of adventuring parties before, if you would call it such a thing. It can be very useful having a small, specialized group to take care of these issues. And being in that business myself, I know just how expendable people think we were. That seemed to work in our favor, but it doesn't always. You wouldn't be the first group of people he's hired to go that way.
Yeah, he told us as much.
Nevertheless, I do wish you the best of luck in your endeavors, and hopefully you do make it back because I would like to see what you do with that mercenary haul. Is there anything else I could help you with? Sign here. He points on the paper and hands you a quill.
All right. I'll sign for it.
Okay, construction will start as soon as this larger project is finished. We'll try to get some outside contractors to speed along that process. However, with the shortage of lumber, it could take a while for them to finish the repairs. Bloodstain, that's the thing. There's some minor damage to an exterior wall, but that's easily fixed. A couple of days. Anything else I can help you with?
If we go and find the source of this disease and or eradicate it if that's possible, would you be able to help us with promoting the mercenary?
Well, I do have to say, firstly, it's a disease.
Yeah, diseases
It's
start from something, though.
it's not like killing a beast. If it were that simple, we would have it under control. But if you consider this matter, yes, of course, I would let the town know what you've done, and that alone would be enough to get you business. You would be given some formal ceremony and honors.
I bite another sausage.
I stopped eating this sausage.
He takes another bite of his cake. It's really good. Does anybody want some cake?
Mhm. We have a friend that was.
Not a friend.
Not a friend.
An acquaintance. He believes that you are in need of a spy master.
Spy master.
Yeah, he's a shady little prick.
Most spy
Something I'd
masters are.
considered. Something I'd considered. It would be good to hear the rumors before they're shouted at me by people walking the streets. What a life. I have given you all an opportunity to speak to me today. My question is, whom among you would vouch for this man?
Nope.
I will.
I guess I will. He tried to hide from me.
Not a very good spy master if you found him, is he?
Well, it's not like I can't hide in the dark Indian, so.
Very good. What's this gentleman's name?
Cassius Vex.
Bitch tits McGee.
A Vex?
Yeah.
Vex.
His last name is Vex.
Yeah.
Is he highborn?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I do.
Peculiar. Thought the Vex bloodline had ran out ages ago. Yeah, that.
He's an immigrant from the south who went around the field of reanimation. Kind of wish he'd have gone.
Do you have a way for me to get in touch with this individual? Would you like to bring him here?
Well, due to my companion's
I'm completely
distrust
fine
of
with
him,
it.
I've got this. And I'll flick him the coin.
He catches it and rolls it in his palm and begins to speak. He says, "Hello? Who is this?" Lyle says, "This," or Lolliot says, "This is the King of Heathcliff. Who am I speaking to?" And he says, Cassius, and he requests to meet him in private. He says, "Well, your friends here, or acquaintances, rather, have vouched for you. You must have made quite an impression. I will be in office till sundown. You have today." And then he just throws the coin back at you. Says, "Very well. Anything else that you need from me? I am running short of time. I do
Where's
have
the
another meeting."
orphanage?
No doubts to your own ability, but you might be want to be ready to fry that little prick. Any
Oh,
wrong move.
not a problem, I assure you. Orphanage?
Yeah.
We do have one. It's still underway. I mean, part of it is functioning, but it's to be built by the cathedral. Little packed now. Why do you ask? Well, if that's it then, I will most certainly speak to the group of you if you're able to find out anything from the East. If nothing else, just why they're so hostile. The trend is strange. They weren't quite this hostile until just a few months ago. Let me know what intel you come back with.
It's around the time the disease started as well.
Yes, that is true. I found a connection there myself. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they fear that we're bringing them some type of virus, but it would still beg the question: where did it come from? Clearly, it came from the east. So, well, let me know what you find out.
I have a headache. I've been thinking too hard lately.
It's so good for headache.
Yeah. We have other business to attend to as well.
Oh, the deed.
Yes.
He stamps it with a wax seal, hands it over to you. There you go. You are now a landowner.
Thank you.
Of course, annually we do collect tax on our businesses. I would say if you have questions, take them to Rosaline, but it seems her position may be available soon. So I will let you know.
All right. We'll be in touch.
Damn, that girl in trouble.
Yeah, just up to my over.
Okay. Out of the throne room, back into the courtyard. You see her sitting in the grass out there, picking away at her harp. There's already a couple people gathered around, and she's just like looking up, oddly chatting.
Poor nice lady.
She's different.
Yeah.
She's definitely a little drop of sunshine in this area.
Crazy thing is, someone like that wields one of the most powerful weapons in the world, so it makes you think. All right. So, what now?
So, did you ever? When did you say that they were selling the harvest field area for the east?
Like 3 months ago.
Okay, and that's when it first started, right?
And that's when the people became hostile.
So I wonder if the people aren't trusting them, they're trusting the road or the river. This one word already has some pretty bears.
It's exactly where my headache started.
Yeah, I believe
Group
it
of
would be best.
thinkers.
My head hurts.
And I wonder if people who are actually missing are being treated. They're not hostile. They're just trying to, communicate and keep them. And it so happens that
Or they're angry druids upset about the fact that we're cutting down their
Yes, sports bats.
I need booze.
But
I just pull out a rum sack and just down it.
I start walking towards the cathedral.
So the cathedral is only half built, really. There's some stone walls and a large dome that is currently just wood scaffolding and some rudimentary outlines. It does look like it's going to be quite a grand endeavor. I mean, huge, but it's still a long way from being constructed.
And how far away is Lincoln from?
Nearby. So let me get to the point. You can see the cathedral from here. Is everyone going that direction?
yeah, I don't really see a reason to split up.
No.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go talk to Rosaline because I don't want to live in a blood splattered floor for a couple of.
Okay. All right. So
I've been there. We call that the deck of a ship.
yeah. So you're going to speak to Rosaline. So party one. You make your way out of the gates and around the cathedral. You can see large spires, again, big central dome in the middle. Uh, it looks very finely crafted, and there's a number of artisans still looking at blueprints and considering the best way to make this thing sound and also get it done quickly. As you get around the other side of the building, you can see what is going to be the orphanage. It's a large hall, but only half of it is fully built, and they've got a section kind of temporarily walled off with wood while the rest is being constructed. Um,
So before we go any further, is there a reason why you want to go to an orphanage?
I just wanted to see if the children are being taken care of properly.
I never begged you for the motherly type.
Maybe I just want to kill him and eat him too. Who knows?
Would be the tiefling thing to do.
I'm not a tiefling.
I know.
okay.
We were talking about the tieflings last time.
So, you make your way around to the side. You see a door at the side of this large stone hall. And inside, there are herbs burning. It's warm. There's a number of beds here and there. And there's a couple of priests of varying denominations and beliefs walking around. You can tell not really any two people have the same emblem on. But there's some clergy people taking care of the children. It's actually quite loud, just kids running around playing and stuff.
I tried looking for the head person in charge. Questioning Roland.
You see a number of clergy members, and some are better dressed than others, but it doesn't seem like anybody's really in charge here.
Are the children in good clothes?
They're in poor quality clothing, but they seem happy.
Who's the head? Like the most head person, like in charge of the
Again, you're not entirely sure, but there's a person wearing white robes with a black piece of cloth that goes down. What's the name of that thing? The rabbis wear. What? Anyway,
He's the one
he
that stands out the most?
yeah, he bears a symbol of a question mark around his neck. But he seems to be like standing in the center of the room, looking around, kind of measuring everything.
I go up to him and I go, hello.
Oh, hello. What brings you in?
I'm just checking out the orphanage. We're going to be setting up our guild. I've noticed your children are in poor, and it's not even finished.
No, it is poor condition. I'm not happy with the status of things here. I don't think anyone is, but a lot of the community turns a blind eye to this part of living in a city. Are you looking to adopt?
Oh no, I'm not ready. I'm still adventuring. I have a long time before I even think about children. Why do you guys have such a poor? Is it money?
No, it's just we've only recently began building this hall. Before then, well, it's a new city. It's only been around for a couple of years. It wasn't much of an issue before, but now there's definitely a need. I fear the divide between the upper and lower classes grows only larger as the city expands. But at any rate, they're trying to do everything they can. There's just been halting of construction.
Hey, Cyrus, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
They might finish our guild hall before they finish this hall. Do you think we can let them borrow it for a little bit?
I mean, I don't want it going around that we use children as soldiers.
True.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I bet you if
Get a
they
bunch of little Spartans going.
well, I bet you if they had more money, they would probably, be able to purchase more materials and lumber and clothes and food for these children.
Oh, it's not a matter of money, ma'am. No, it's just ever since whatever's going on in the east, construction's nearly halted here.
Well, I understand, but you can also get cobblestone walls instead of wood.
No, I understand. We have the stone for part of this. However, I don't know. It's a matter of proper supports. I believe. I'm not a mason,
What,
but they
what do
need
you
both.
Well, what's stopping you from... You need to hire more workers?
No, they need lumber in addition to the stone. Something about if it's too rigid, if it's a hazard, it can fall in.
But the children should be running around in clothes either.
We'll do something about it. Don't worry. We'll take care of
I
this.
appreciate your charitable nature, but I'm afraid this is just the way things are at the moment until the economy of Heathcliff takes an upturn. I'm afraid we're kind of stuck where we're at. I would like to do more myself, but
I reach
what can a
into
cleric do?
I reach into my bag of holding, bring my coin purse, and I'm like, okay, hold on 1 second. I give him 5 platinum.
That's very generous. I'm not.
I don't care. It's for the children.
He shakes your hand and he seems very appreciative. He's like tearing up. And he's like, if you need anything, my name is Father Satira. I am here all the time. I know not everyone follows my beliefs, but thank you. There you go.
Well, I'm Xan'Tha, and if you ever need help, you can always find me over at the guild hall when I'm there. And I turn and I walk out. That's super embarrassing.
Okay. Pause on that. Michelle.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Sorry, I was zoning out. Something about.
You're fine. Rosalind looks up at you and is like, man, he looked mad. Was he mad?
Let's go for a walk. And I hold my arm out.
She grabs your hand and stands up. She's like, yep, he's mad. She starts to walk and people are like waving at her and like, bye, Rosalind, thank you for playing. And she's just like smiling and waving. She walks away and she says, where are we going?
Just for a walk. Something wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with that. And she's just plucking away. Oh.
What? So why haven't you wanted to be doing your job? Is it just too much politics?
Yeah, it's just boring, like when I met Maybelline for the first time, like we met in the back of a carriage going to some city where Lolliot was waiting for us in a tavern. He just, he told us he had a job for us. And that was cool. And we all traveled together. And of course, Malleus, poor thing. But yeah, we were going from town to town, getting a reputation, making stories, causing havoc and taking care of people. It was a good time, and now everybody's all. Ever since Lolliot got old, it's not fun anymore.
You never truly get old, right?
I don't know. He was in some other dimension. It was scary in there. He got old like crazy fast. Like we didn't see him for a couple months, and then he was like 60.
Whoa. Magic's weird.
Yeah, I guess so.
You you don't always have to be the one to do your job, right? You can break it. You can hire people to help.
I know, but I mean, they've always been so nice to me and stuff. I kind of feel bad for just like bailing on everybody, but
Well, don't bail on them. That's why you hire somebody that actually enjoys the paper.
people enjoy that.
There's people that enjoy a whole wonderful slew of things.
She's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that. But I mean, it'd probably be better for him to just pick somebody, right?
Maybe not. There's there's good and bad people in the world. You have a little bit of control. Why not control things for the better?
Yeah, but like the only thing I can do is decide where people put their houses, which is cool. Like, I like making the town look pretty or whatever, but Like,
Well, I meant that's where you hire somebody that you know and trust, or that you're willing to trust. With picking where people's houses go, and then you can pop in every now and then when you want to care. And other than that, you can play your harp, sing. It's that your job's in good hands.
well, that would be nice. See, there's kind of a thing though. Like, we made an agreement, like way back when Malleus died, that I wouldn't let my sword here get too far away from the capital. Because apparently, if he comes back and he's like all undead and stuff, he can be a real bad guy. So my sword is the only one that can make his sword stop, So I can't really take it with me, and that's rough.
And you can't trust. That's one of them magic ones that you can't trust other people.
Oh yeah, Lolliot tried to pick it up once and it nearly burned his hand off.
Him,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
Mr. Magic himself.
oh yeah, I know. Like Lyle used to have it before me, but then he left it with the city to defend the city whenever it was in need, and then I showed up, and I needed it. So, uh, yeah.
Well, maybe you could talk. I mean, I feel like Lyle would just try to kill Maybelline, but I mean, maybe you could leave it with Lyle when you wanted to go travel, and then just pick it back up when you come.
I don't know. Maybe You see, we went through a lot of trouble. I went through a number of dungeons with the whole group and crazy tombs and stuff, just trying to attune myself to this weapon so I could understand it a little better. I mean, it is alive. It talks all the time.
It
But
talks to you.
well, people think I'm crazy or something. But yeah, I mean, there's talking swords out there, right?
I mean, I'm amazed by this entire magic thing. So if your sword talks to you, I just think that's another. Or
Well,
not. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of person the sword is. Person. Yeah, person.
well, like it took me a long time to get attuned to it, and I am much more attuned than Lyle is. And I think like if I leave it here, it'd probably be mad. So I'm kind of stuck. That's why I've been just walking around. I want to go somewhere, but I feel like I can't.
I mean, are you enjoying just traveling and singing and dancing for people? You could pick a different tavern every night.
I mean, being in the city's nice. I like having some say, and I remember like putting the Gilded Unicorn there. That was cool, but I've kind of already been around. And, we've been here for like a year now.
A year is a long time, but it's also really not. I mean, this place has only been standing for a year, and look at what.
Yeah, I know, but like these are my good years, okay? Lolly, it's already old and tired. I don't want to be like that.
That's fair.
She says, "Where are we going?" And she looks around and
I have
realizes
no idea.
you're like halfway down the gold road and didn't even know it.
We could start walking back the other direction if you'd like.
Oh, there's the unicorn. Let's go get a drink.
Absolutely.
She goes inside. And we'll go back
Just
to
sit down, ladies. The ladies are drinking, okay?
and we'll go back to the other party. You guys just got out of the orphanage. So here's my question, real quick, just in general. When do you guys plan on taking this venture?
After
When
we
he
stop.
has, yeah, he needs his gear, and he said it was a week.
Yeah. Um, if you are interested, for the sake of, moving forward,
Yeah.
yes, we can just skip ahead because I would like to get into some actual combat. We've been doing a lot of chat shit and hardly any combat. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm just not done with Hot Lady yet.
I love RP, but yeah.
He could get it earlier this evening after this.
I need a wing lady, okay? So don't you fucking cock block.
I would be totally fine with a time skip for
All right.
expediency's sake.
Having said that, what are you two gonna do? Want to go check out the butcher shop?
Yeah, I guess.
The bloody guild hall.
We're pretty much over by it, so why not?
Wait, why are we going to the butcher shop?
Because
Your
we're
fucking
guild
butcher
hall.
shop.
Because it's your butcher shop.
Oh, duh. Well, we need to go back to that leather worker, the tanner.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go there first. And then...
I think I was the reason we had to go back there, right? And we
Well, the guy had something for me too.
What were you getting crafted there?
That bandolier.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. Well, again, for the sake of expedience, we can say that you go get your bandolier unless you have another work order to put in for him.
No. And on our way back, I guess we need to pick up some cleaning supplies.
Go visit
we can do that. We can do that after.
Go get yourself.
Let's look at it first.
Go get yourself an arcane cleaner. They have spells to remove grime and stuff. For real, like it's in the player's handbook.
I'm gonna predigitate all over this place.
So you're where are you going? What's going
We're
on?
going to be going to the weekend.
Okay.
After we go see the tanner, I guess we're going back to.
He just said he skipped that.
I know. I said after.
Okay.
We should go to our new home, I guess.
Okay. Included on your deed is an address for this place. 214 Iron Road. A couple streets over from the Gold Road. It's to the south, but you find it pretty easily. There's an old sign still hanging. Let me think here. Actually, I've got.
It's going good. How are you?
One second.
That's fine. You already know what that looks like. You can already see my bra.
I was just looking for the name of the place because whatever, doesn't matter.
The Iron Butcher.
There you go. Good enough. Iron Chef. You come upon the place. You can see the damage is a little more significant than you thought on one of the walls. Well, not so much a wall, more like a giant hole. Big enough for people to just walk in.
You want to see if there's any homeless people in here first?
Yeah, I might have to kick a few asses.
Okay. So, you walk up on the porch holding key in hand and wonder, why do I need this key?
Yeah, I'll just walk through the hole.
You step around the side and go to peek in, and you see a person with their back turned to you, standing in there, just kind of looking around. You can see the bloodstains on the floor, and it looks like the place has already been looted. Like there's debris scattered everywhere.
I'll quietly step through the hole and then let my halberd hit the ground with a clang.
I take my bow and then I knock an arrow.
The figure remains unmoved. It kind of turns its head to the side where you can see the profile. He says, you're here. It's Cassius.
Oh, okay. I put my arrow back. I keep my bow out though.
He pivots, hands remaining at his hips as he paces across the floor. You can hear the crunching of debris under his fine leather boots. He says, quite a place you've got here.
What are you doing here?
Thank you for vouching for me back there. The two of
Well,
you, right? Not your friend. He does not like me.
Well, obviously, because you're here and we never told you that where we were going to be.
But you did. You kept my coin.
You hear everything with us, don't you?
Well, yes, that's the point. Don't you recall? And he turns back and looks at the two of you and says, apologies for the deception. I was just curious to see if you would actually hold up your end of the deal.
did. Now it's time for you to hold up your end of the bargain.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, you're headed east. I've
Yep.
been that way.
Really no.
I would not recommend it. The tropics are not suited to me. But yes, I've been that way.
It might not be recommended for you.
I don't believe the likes of you would do well there either. It's a very dangerous place, you know.
Be that as it may.
Saying the one that's sneaking around.
But the two of you vouch for me. I don't feel like I'm in danger here. Should I?
As long as we know you're coming next time.
Sorry, I am one for grand entrances.
Yeah, but you're not very sneaky.
Yeah. Sometimes. Maybe if I wasn't tracking you in daylight.
Well, I'd be harder to find in the dark.
Yes, but the large suit behind you wouldn't be. And it seems the two of you stick together. I've noticed that. Your friend's off having his own adventures, but you two are always together, so it should make you pretty easy to find.
That's not
Have
always
you
true.
considered that? I don't say that in a threatening way, but genuinely, it's something to consider. If someone did want to find you, it would be easy with him tagging along. Sorry,
Uh,
sorry, that's not the point. The point is, I am at your beck and call. What would you ask of me?
Be our guild
You
bitch
wanted
boy.
contacts. Yes, with the criminal underworld. Very interesting indeed. I do have a number of people, allies in this and that city, but it would take them time to get here. While Heathcliff has trade, it's still quite far from the nearest port.
that's fine. Time is something that we have plenty of right now.
Well, very good. I'll put a message out. I expect some people from the south would be here in a matter of days, weeks, but the better contacts, people who are truly good at what they do, it may take a while for them to arrive. You see, I have a number of contacts in Aelia. Yes, yes, those are the good ones. Give me time and I will have you a small group.
And I believe that would be a fair arrangement for services rendered.
Are you in need of any assistance with your travel to the east? You see, having a good reputation in this town could profit me very well. I heard that he would give you some form of royal what have you in front of the whole town. That could really help me out. If you're interested, I would go with you.
Would it help you out? I can't help but think that would hinder your job.
He would put him in the spotlight, too.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. You see, what I do, yes, I sneak about, but that lifestyle is so uncouth. I'm ready for something else. My skills are wasted in the streets. I'd like to work for the king someday.
What did you have in mind?
Just to be a very useful asset. Nothing more. I'm not vying for power or anything like that. I've always respected Lawliot from a distance. He does what needs to be done, whether people like it or not.
What do you say, Cyrus? We talk to Michelle about this first?
About what?
About this guy joining us?
We can. I can tell you his answer.
Hi, I can too, but it would be... He's part of our party too.
I have no qualms with him joining us. We can speak to Michelle if you want.
Very good. Well, as you know, I have a meeting with the king, so I must be going. But you know how to contact me. Again,
Touch.
listen,
Stop listening to us.
I was just about to say, if you would like to give me the coin, I can give you something else to get in contact with me.
Alright, I'll toss him the coin.
Thank you very much. And here you go. He puts a stone in your hand. It says, same concept. I will speak to you shortly.
Sending stone. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pocket it.
Okay. He's out of there. He just kind of saunters off. He's not trying to hide or anything. He's just walking, looking around the place. Yeah, it needs work. You can see planks laying all over the floor from whatever the hell happened to the east side of the building.
How big is it?
I mean, it's a pretty good size. It's no huge guild hall, but it's large enough to accommodate a number of people in the front. There's a basement downstairs and an upstairs that apparently is a living quarters.
Yeah, I think this will do.
Yeah.
From humble beginnings.
Now, if we didn't have a cocky ass elf in here, before we even got at the door, I'd be, less nervous about this place. Right now, anyway, since it's fixed up.
Yeah, I mean, looking around, anything of value has been pilfered through. The giant hole in the wall made it pretty easy. Even when you go upstairs, you see what used to be, or you see an old bed that's been stripped down. Someone's even stolen the sheets. I mean, it's bare bones and a bit of rubble.
Okay. I guess let's head back to Rosalind's place.
Yeah, we should probably wait for Michelle.
Michelle,
I still have the key.
as you
We all have a
you
key.
do.
I'm sure there's more than one key floating around.
I mean, you might not be the only party who has a key to that building. You wouldn't know.
Oh,
That's
damn.
fair. Maybe I can find out.
Wouldn't surprise me.
As you enter, you hear a loud roar. Everyone gets excited to see Rosaline in there. And she's just kind of waving her hand and says, "Let me get a drink first. I'm not playing yet. I'm here with a friend." And she just walks straight to the bar.
I glare at everybody the moment she turns her.
Someone gets up and stands right in front of her, and he's just babbling like, "Oh my God, I love you so much. You're so gorgeous. Can I please have your autograph?" You can tell he's clearly drunk.
I look at Rosalind. You want me to punch him in the face?
Yeah, could you do that? He's
I
spilling
punch
beer
the
on
guy
me.
in the face.
Give me a
I just-
strength roll. Give me a strength roll.
Strength check?
Yeah, well, an attack roll is what it would be.
Oh, this poor bastard.
So I got him this new dice, right?
Yeah.
17 plus 7.
Okay.
24.
The beer that he was sloshing all over Rosaline shoots up into the air As his face caves under the weight of your fist, he flies back a good 4 feet before sliding on the floor,
Catch the
unconscious.
beer. Or can I try to catch the beer?
Give me a dex save. Give me a dex save.
Save?
Just give me a dex check. Straight
Fuck.
dexterity.
3 plus 4. So 7?
Okay, you go to do that thing where you sling your hand out real fast to try to catch it, but you end up flinging the beer into the wall even harder. It shatters against the wall.
I meant to do that.
You can tell the people behind the counter are getting a little uncomfortable. You remember their no violence policy, but you're assuming they can't really say anything because the store owner gave you permission to do it. So they're just kind of looking around uncomfortably like, yes, go take him out. And someone comes over and drags that guy out and just like throws him on the street outside.
Rosalind, thank you. I've been wanting to hit somebody all.
He got ale all over my favorite dress. Oh my gosh, this is a great start to the evening. And she goes over and sits down at the counter. It's like, do you want anything? I mean, obviously, I get free drinks here.
I mean, you own the place. I would hope you get free drinks. They're not really free then, are they? You still pay for them some.
No, I own the property. I'm the property manager. They run the business. So I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then hell yeah, I want a free.
So she gets 2 large glasses of some very fine elven wine and gives you a cheers and takes a heavy drink. She says, I mean, it's nice having everybody cheering and stuff, but now it's like they expect me to show up. I don't like crowds waiting for me to be here. I want it to be like a surprise, right?
Yeah. See, if you just had me following you around more often, they might not be so peppy to come and,
Well, I don't know if that's a great idea, but
yeah, there's only so much you can take of this personality.
She's like, so why did you come to Heathcliff anyway? Like, you're a sailor, right? So
It was a boat. I had a mission.
Man, I used to live like that.
I've been like this since I was 7. It's been a long time. A lot of ships, a lot of seamen, a lot of traveling.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
Absolutely not. I mean, come on. I come spelled,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. She says, I didn't get to be on a boat until I got with Maybelline. Yeah, I mean, I spent most of my life in Alia, just kind of going all over the place. But whenever that whole thing went down in Corduan and we got on Envy, I think that was my first voyage. And of course, it went terribly, and we were attacked by a bunch of ghouls and crazy monsters. Not ghouls, but, big creepy frog people. But, haven't really got on a boat since then.
They're definitely not all like that. In fact, I mean, other than I basically got into a fight in every single port town. I saw no action. There was storms, but
I mean, they say it's safer than taking the roads most of the time, but I don't know. I mean, we hear about a lot of ships going down, especially in the Abyssal Sea. It gets real crazy out there.
Yeah, I mean, but you also rode on the Envy. I mean, that's legendary shit. With a legendary crew, you couldn't have ridden with, any worse crew.
Well, that's true, but I think that made us a target. Have you ever heard of the Skull?
I would assume yes. I think I have that written down. It sounds familiar.
They're basically, how do I put this? They are frog people who come from the dimension of chaos and
I totally have not heard of.
And breed by infecting people with their claws and making little skull babies come out of them. Crazy shit.
They're like frog xenomorphs.
Yeah. And they also have some shape-shifting abilities as well. So, Yeah, I guess I went through something pretty similar, except, the black ones can, like, kill you instantly. So that was pretty scary. But, yeah, not fond of boats. I mean, you think Envy is safe, but it just makes you a big red target.
Why don't you go on a voyage? Why don't Have you ever been on a fishing?
Ew, that's gross.
You might think so, but it's oddly calming. Just
No, I
night.
don't. I get seasick real easy. I don't know.
That's what the rum is for.
So a group of people come up and they seem like afraid to talk to her now, but they're like, ma'am, could you please play us a song? A lot of people would like to hear you play. My friend here is from out of town and he came all this way just because you're here, please. And he's kind of like looking back and forth at you, like almost asking for your permission to let her play.
I wait for her key.
She's like, okay, yeah, I mean, I've been piddling around with something new lately since I met this guy, so sure, I'll play a new song. And she gets out there and begins strumming away and singing a song about your party. And the place is just booming. Um, so, back to you guys. You're at the house, nobody's there.
Okay.
Do you think they're going to be?
Doors locked.
Yeah,
And did we not have another key?
no.
Fuck.
Where do you think that they're at?
I'll give you one guess.
The
The
brothel.
gilded unicorn?
That's what my money's on.
All right, let's. Hopefully, we're also welcome.
All right. You head off in that direction. About a block away, you can hear loud noises coming from that place.
Yep. Think he's there.
Nah, you don't say. And we head there and sit.
As you come up to the curb, you see a person laying face down in the dirt in a pile of blood. Definitely looks like his handiwork.
I'll nudge the guy with my boot.
He kind of coughs and dust spills into the air and he just like rolls over. He's still out of it, but it looks like he took a crazy hit. It looks like his nose is shattered.
I don't think we should leave him alone with anybody.
Like not broken, like shattered.
I don't really
Okay.
care.
Well, after you.
That's what helmets are for. Walks off.
Good point. Yeah, that's why you wear armor. So you enter, and you can see just kind of like when you first entered. It's just a pit surrounding the middle of the room. But over top of everyone, you can see a certain person's head right near the center. Which, by the way, Michelle, you can see them entering.
I flip him the bird.
I think he and I are the biggest ones here.
Yeah. So you catch the end of a jaunty tune about your guys' voyage and helping fight off all that crazy shit that was going on at the shore. In the end, everyone cheers and claps, and she shouts, and she's like, "This is my new friend. He's single." And then just like pushes through the crowd and walks over to the bar.
You think we can try to talk her into giving us a free drink?
To be honest with you, I'm more concerned with that damn key.
They're not gonna go anywhere without her. Might as well enjoy the party. Who
You're
knows?
like
We might start the fight. I mean,
Bolton over there. I don't drink; it dulls the senses.
I'm
Were
skipping to the bar.
were there any dudes that came over after she said that?
Oh, people are looking. People are still frightened, but you can feel eyes on you. You see some people glancing and talking.
I mean, I wink at the hottest one and then start to walk to the.
Okay. So everybody congregates at the bar. She's like, "Wow, you guys made it." You can tell she's already pretty drunk. She's like, "I'm so happy to see you guys. Y'all are pretty nice people. You want a drink?"
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Sirris, you want a drink?
I'll pass.
He
Thank
likes warm milk. He's one of those people.
Giant's milk.
No, that would be me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it took me a second. Now I wish I didn't. Okay. Uh, so she's sitting there at the bar. People are coming up and like asking her to sign stuff, and she's just signing away. And she looks over and she's like, "So, do you guys want to like have a party at the house tonight?"
Well, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be enough of a party for me.
Okay, well that's fine. And she takes another drink. Ooh. So, why are you here? And you just looking for us?
We're looking for the key.
I locked the door.
You're roboting.
Yeah, you robot.
I looked at her and I go, I have the key.
She reaches in a bag and pulls out a giant key ring, and she's like, "Oh, which one was it?"
Your house.
These are my houses.
The one you live at.
Oh shit, hang on. I have it written down. Gave us. Oh shit, no, I wrote it. Rosalind the Bard gave us the house. Gave us the house we stayed in.
The one we stayed in last night.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's too drunk. She doesn't remember what one it is. I hold up the other key and I go, we can just.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. Because I got like a bunch of houses, you know? So you can have that key, I guess?
I put it back in my pouch.
Thank you.
So you're keeping it? You're not giving it to them? Just to clarify?
Yes.
I mean, y'all
Lady,
can
I
handle
love
that.
you. And I kiss her straight on the lips and I walk out.
Okay, good. Somebody's getting ready to catch a halberd.
Wait. I look at Rosalind. Just, what do you mean by key?
What?
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 You said I can keep the key. I mean, what it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need it.
So like you're giving us access to the house? Like
Yeah.
always?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Why do you
cheers
think
to
I just
that.
kissed
get
her
another
left?
She takes a drink and she's like, "You know what? I want to fight somebody. Let's go fight."
I hear this and I stop. I turn around and I go, I like that idea.
Yes, let's go fight somebody.
Let me get her character sheet. This is gonna be fun.
No, what am I doing to this poor lady?
Wait, do you guys need sleep?
What sleep?
There's a time and place for something like this.
There's a time and a place right now. Did you already see my handiwork? It's laying outside somewhere.
He's not waking up.
All right.
I don't think he's gonna get lippy anymore. I'm not sure how much of those are left.
I think he's concussed.
God, I would hope so.
God, I haven't got out this character sheet in like 4 years.
That one's another level 16, is
She's up there. She's not the same level as Lolliot, but she's up there. I can't tell you anymore because that's meta knowledge. So who wants to fight?
Fight
I
what?
yell through the bar, who wants to
She's like, I will kill you all at the same time.
I'm out.
I'm down. I mean, if she's trying to fight us or if we're helping her fight, like the tavern, either way.
She walks outside. And actually, she gets out to the front and says, I need to go change. And then she walks back in and goes upstairs. And she comes down fully adorned in leather armor.
I just want this week to be over.
I like another armor though.
Yeah, isn't it? I got it on sale.
Did you get it for free like I did?
Nothing's free, which is awesome.
You broke up right as you went to go say whatever that.
She says, nothing's free except for drinks, which is awesome. And then she just walks right past you guys outside.
I yell across the bar, if you want to fight, let's go. And I start walking out. Please tell me there's like nobody following.
As you're walking out, someone grabs your shoulder and says, hey, save some for me, okay? It's that guy you winked at.
Oh. Wait, some of her? Oh,
Some
no,
of you.
No, see, I think that he wants some of her. I'm disappointed. I just walk out. I walk out super confused.
Doesn't take a whole lot to confuse him, does it?
I mean, at least you're acting in character. So she says, all right. Oh, who's up first, or am I gonna like fight all you guys?
Are you fight all of us?
What's on second?
Sirris?
No, I'm sitting at the bar.
He's out. Not a part of this.
His hot milk is just too much.
I'm like that confused. Should I just leave? Should I go back in? Should I fight? Is there something for me if we win?
Whatever you would get from her for winning. I can't tell you anything.
Are we?
No, I'm asking her. I'm asking, will there be something for me?
You're not gonna win. I mean, like I would make something up, but like I already gave you guys a house. I mean, either way, I mean, you're not gonna win. I know I'm a little drunk, but it's fine.
A little girl, we've been drinking all.
You two have. You two can go between, and I walk out or walk back in and go next to Sirris.
There is a crowd gathering outside to see this.
All right.
A guard walks over and says, "Is there an issue here?"
You want to be part of my issue?
Rosaline says, "We're just fighting. It's okay. You can go on." And she waves him away, and he just kind of stands there confused for a moment.
Welcome to my world.
She says,
Are we
okay.
Are we drawing blood? Are we, sword, no sword? Like, what do we do?
I mean, what do you want to do?
I want to go full bore.
Cool. She reaches over and unsheathes her blade that immediately turns into a whip of pure light. The spots that were once dark have now been illuminated with her weapon. And she's like, all right, I'll let you try to hit me like 3 times, but then I'm going to hit you, okay?
Please.
You start.
I pull out my great sword and I go into a ring.
I go nudge Cyrus, go, see that sword right there?
And I go for a swing? Or are we rolling initiative? Well, you said 3 hits. And
What about it?
You think that's the sword she keeps talking about, the light one?
Okay. Go ahead and roll. No initiative. She gave you a hit.
17 plus 7.
24.
24. Miss.
Holy fuck sticks.
Now let me clarify. Not exactly miss. Your blade swings, and you can tell she's very nimble, but you still manage to hit her in the leg. It just, your sword rings as if it hit steel.
I'm confused and slightly aroused. Very, very, yeah, super minute.
She kind of stumbles backwards. It's like, whoa. Okay, now that's one, and you see her just like doing something with her hands.
Oh, you're one of them crafty wizard types, so I take another swing while I'm
Okay. Roll.
19 plus 7.
That's a hit.
So that's what, 26?
26.
Roll damage.
9. Oh, wait, 5, 6, 7, 10.
10.
11.
Okay. That one hits. You can feel it again hitting some form of barrier, but it slips through, slices her leg. She kind of just screams for a moment. She's like, wow, man, I forgot how much that hurts. I need to get out of the city more. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to hit you.
I'm so excited.
You can tell she's getting a little frustrated now.
Super miss. 14 plus 7's not.
Only a 20. in,
21.
in normal conditions, yes, but she does have a certain ability cast on herself right now.
And I go into the dodge as a bonus action by saying, "Can't test this."
I'll yell out at him. That's why you need footwork.
Right. Footloose.
Having said that, you as a fighter see just how open and ridiculous her stance is. She is just like legs spread wide, just burying herself at you with this whip hanging down on her right side. She's like, okay, I'm going to hit you now. And she rears her arm back and slashes towards you with the whip.
She's rolling at disadvantage, right? Is that what that does?
What's that?
The me being in dodge makes her at disadvantage.
Well, she had advantage from True Strike.
Okay.
So in that case, well, let me re-roll this, okay?
Okay, I just didn't know. I thought I knew what dodge did, and I was.
I rolled with advantage, but let me just do a single roll.
Okay.
What's your AC?
I'm not having my shield, so 19.
The whip whoosh, cracks right beside your ear, narrowly missing you until lightning strikes. So you are resistant to all forms of damage, right? Did you take the bear?
Bear.
Psychic.
Except psychic.
Okay.
Is that your very?
You take 11 damage if it's halved.
It wasn't as hard of a hit as I thought it would be.
She's still a player character.
I kind of want to fight her now.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
See that whip? I still think.
Same roll, 21.
21.
And I I say can't test this again as a bonus action.
Now, are you using your...
I'm using my slippery pants.
Now, can you correct me on those? Slippery dodges bonus action 3 charges. So that's 2.
Yep.
Okay.
And it regains 1d4 at dawn.
Yes. One second. She flexes her right arm, and the whip transforms into a shield, which she just sets in front of her, doing nothing. She's like, "You can hit me now."
I just tried.
That's it. She just
Oh,
hang into a shield.
damn. I go in for another strike. 17 plus 7.
24.
20.
You hit the shield this time, which she knew that you would do. She had a reaction in place. As soon as your weapon hits the shield, she bashes it out of the way, transforming her now shield into a sword and trying to stab you with it. But she is too drunk, and it just whiffs through the air. You can hear her scream, "Fuck!" as she misses.
I don't want her weapon, but I think this weapon should go Michelle.
I take another step in and go for another swing. Hopefully this time inside of her guard. Fucking hell. 6. No. You're muted.
You swing your sword, and she just kind of falls straight down in the dirt and dodges it. She turns over on her back and raises a hand up at you. I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Oh no! 9.
You immediately fall unconscious.
And I start running towards Michelle as I see him fall.
And she just stands up and kind of dusts herself off. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's just instinct, it just kicked in. He's fine. I just put him to sleep. He's okay."
Where's his... Where? I scream, "Hey, who was winking at him earlier? I need some help."
A man kind of looks around and nervously walks over.
Is this man big as Michelle?
What?
Is this guy as big as Michelle?
No.
Is he small?
He's a little Twinkie man.
I look at him and I'm like, I need you to help me. You can have him once he wakes up. But you
Strength of -4.
Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's not the way I wanted this to happen.
How do you think my night... I wanted my night to go, huh?
Listen, could you just tell him I'm gonna be staying here?
I'll walk up to him and I'll kick him in the ribs.
I'm just planning on being a one-night stand, huh?
You guys are awesome. You're defending my honor.
He would have really enjoyed that.
No, I'm not kicking that guy. I'm kicking Michelle. I'm trying to wake him up.
You're
You wake up to see Sirris staring down over you in full plate mail, and Rosaline kind of just sitting cross-legged in the dirt beside you. And she's like, "Hey, I think I won, kind of, technically."
I think you cheated, but that was awesome. My head hurts really bad now.
That's because you fell straight.
Want me to put you back to sleep?
How long would it before, naturally.
I don't know. It varies from person to person. I mean, if you're tired already, it'll probably just put you to sleep.
I'm far from tired.
I think you should come back to sleep. Because my other human friend kind of needs sleep too.
God, she's got so many spells.
Fucking bards.
Yep, I was gonna say, welcome to Bard.
God. I mean, yeah, I know they have a lot of spells, but she put them all on her character sheet, and there's a lot of them here.
Wait, bards are wizard casters, aren't they?
Bards have their own school, but I think the bardic knowledge of lore can learn wizard spells.
I don't.
I may be wrong on that.
I just I can learn spells, or I can write them down in my spell book.
Yes, you can. Unless you want to sing a song. You may not want to learn them from her, though.
Yeah, that is right. That's how the bard spells work.
Yeah.
It's all rolled.
Let's go back to drinking. I stand up. Surprisingly
Sirris,
quick.
you missed your opportunity to steal the key from him while he was down.
She gave us
and-
keys.
And I have athlete, so like I just straight up put my hands like behind my shoulders and vault.
Well, I guess you don't really want to know what happened to us earlier today when we went to go see the
Nope, don't care.
guild vault.
I look at Rosalind and I'm like, hey, want to keep drinking, or are we done?
Oh no, that's cool. But actually, I do need to go back to the house anyway. I left something there.
Oh, okay. I hold out my arm like I did last time, so we can skip arm in arm.
Okay.
She seems to skip totally is.
I like how you completely forgot about the boyfriend.
She's the one who beat the hell out of me, not him.
So what? Like you're her bitch right now?
She's my favorite person now.
I'm gonna follow them, but I'm not skipping.
Yeah, I guess I really don't have a choice.
You've got two super like hyper energetic people up front, and you two just like stalking in the shadows from behind. Definitely an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, but they can be seen.
So can your mirror next to you.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all can be seen.
So, make it back to the house, and she immediately goes up to the door and tries putting every single key on her keyring in the door, and none of them are working.
And I pull it out and I go and unlock the door.
She's like, "Whoops, sorry, I had a couple drinks last night."
No, you couldn't say.
She goes downstairs to the wine cellar and comes up and is smoking a pipe.
I go on the couch and I just, get into this state, or cross-legged, and I get into a state of meditation.
She just kind of like sprawls out on the floor.
Damn it. We need a Taco Bell.
She mumbles a little bit and then just kind of passes out and starts drooling on the floor.
Before she fully passes out, or about the time she's fully passed out, I go and get some blankets and like a straw pillow and like tuck her in on and lock the door.
No straw pillows here. All feather pillows. Silk feather pillows.
Ladies and gentlemen, our host.
Yep.
As soon as she's done, I just face plant on the wooden floor next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tank.
So in this week, I definitely want to go back to that wizard, the one that we met before.
I open my eyes and I go, "You do?"
I don't remember his name. I didn't write it down.
I've got it in the notes here.
I wrote it down, but it didn't save.
He did offer to teach me.
He did.
Yeah, it's in the notes here. I just got to get to it somewhere.
But we
That's not
also
important right now.
we
I figure
also
it's
kind
just
of need to
something.
see outside the city wall so we know what we're dealing with too.
Tormos.
Tormos.
What was his fucking business? Not the Golden Fleece.
Magic items.
He was the one who sold the primo magic items. Yeah, okay. Well, for the sake of story, we will just go ahead and say, like, we'll skip ahead 6 days. We'll say we're on the final day. Michelle and Rosalind have been gallivanting around town, getting into shit. And you guys have been doing what's necessary, waiting for your armor to be finished and stuff. You did hear back through the sending stone that Cassius was able to make his meeting time with Lawliet, and he still wants to know if you're interested in having him join you.
Oh, we forgot about that.
Yeah, we need to talk to Michelle about that.
Yeah, so I figure I spent the last 6 days, I don't know, the working on a wall, going and seeing Tormos, and probably training at Lyle's keep kind of thing that he had.
Okay. I do want to say you can tell that for whatever reason, Lyle seems to like you. He doesn't like a lot of people, but he seems to like you.
All of us are just yours.
Sirris.
I'm a likable guy.
I spend a lot of time with Sarah Mandela.
Oh yeah, Sarah Mandelion, the lovely dark elf. He is a nice guy anyway. Still sucks at common, but
Well, I tried learning the Underdark from him.
well, that's the thing. They don't speak the language of the Drow. It's totally different. It's like High Valyrian, basically. It's like the first language.
Oh, well, I try to speak whatever he's kind of what he's learning so he doesn't feel so left out.
Yeah, the Dark Elven language is complex. Not many people speak it. But you can pick up a couple words, a few phrases. And I'm guessing you just wanted to anything you want to accomplish in that time.
None of us understood what you said. You were straight.
Sorry, 1 second.
I mean, maybe Sirris did because he was responding. But
Well, I kind of got the gist of what he's saying. I think it's not. I think it's just our connections to Discord. I don't really think it's any one of us because I'm getting it from everyone.
I'm getting it from everybody too. It could be, I don't know. What I said was, if you can hear me now, I'm assuming you're just going to party hardy anything that you want to accomplish in that time.
Yeah.
I want to get in as many fights and as many bars with Rosalind as I can. Not necessarily with her, but like her and I just causing.
I do want to let you know that because she is a part of it, there's not as many people willing to fight you.
God damn. Either
I
way,
mean,
that's my wing girl.
you can get into a couple
We're
of
not using
bar
the.
fights
We're
and
using
make a
this word.
name for yourself as a ruffian,
A
but
lot of it, some of it
most
has
people
to do
stay out
with
of it when she's around. Especially after that
connection issues.
spectacle with the lightning strike, people are weary.
That's fine.
Oh, I am also spreading the word about our new mercenary guild.
Okay,
Mercenary Guild, the bird.
What
What are you
did we
gonna
want to name that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
The bird.
you know where the town board is, where people post wanted ads and stuff. So you know a good place to advertise. But what will you call yourself? You got to separate yourselves from the gray guards and the military, the navy. There's already so many armed forces.
Did I? I think I had that guy stitch the lion into that set of clothes that I had him make for me, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I don't know. Something to do with lions.
Well, you think on that, and for now we just say it's out there. Your character's had a week to think of it. I just put you on the spot. So,
Yeah, I'll come up with something.
yeah. After a couple of days, you do see whenever you go to check out your place, you see someone standing there waiting for you. Big burly guy, large gut. He's got a number of papers, and from his belt, you can see that he's an artisan, a mason. When you show up, he's like, "We got a lot of work to do here. You the property owner?"
I am.
All right. Well, we got some reduced prices. I guess you know Lolly pretty well. We can get this thing patched up for you in just about 2-3 days. And he kind of like spits on the ground. He says, "Yeah, so we're looking about 200 gold. That gonna work for you?"
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take out a couple of platinum.
All right. We'll have it done in no time.
Great.
You got a key for this here door because once we actually build a wall, we're gonna need a way to get in.
Yeah, I'll hand him the key.
Much obliged. If you need anything, you can find me and my comrades over in the guild hall. Carpenters, masons, you know the like.
Okay. Your name?
My name is Random Name Generator.
Random name generator. Nice to meet you. We'll be back.
Okay.
Damn it, that's what I forgot. I forgot to ask the name of every barkeep in this place.
You dick, don't. Let's see.
Don't worry about it. We'll get back to it. Or you could just say placeholder.
Placeholder. There we go.
We'll call him Place Holden.
Erical the Mason. All right. Should have named him Mason Mason. What a waste.
Mason.
Anyway,
Mason.
yeah, Mason the Mason.
No, his name would be Mason Mason the Mason.
Okay, so there you go. They've started working on your thing there. You guys come to an agreement. What do you think about Cassius? Michelle?
He can go fuck himself.
He did offer a service, his services for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, who does? Fuck, I did.
Let's just keep him with us for now, and then we can kill him later if you want.
Genuinely, I don't care if you take the guy or not. It's up to you guys. If you do want someone else to join your party, it's a big friggin' city. You can find somebody if you're looking for members.
I feel like we need some sort of healer or cleric. We already have Miss Goth.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I'm standing like 2 feet from you.
Fine, we'll use him to get us a healer. How about that?
Well, have you guys met any healers? I haven't met any, but I keep getting into fights at bars. I don't think there's a lot.
Rosalind's a cleric bard, but she can't really leave the city.
Yeah, she gets all uppity about leaving.
It's not her that gives up uppity.
I'm sure we can, I'm sure Cassius can find us somebody. He seems to be good at that.
He seems to like me more, so...
You want to trust somebody I already don't trust to find us his man.
Look, I don't trust him either. If anything happens, I'll kill them both. I don't care. I just want to get this job over with.
Oh no, if somebody gets to kill him, it's me.
You do know a priest.
Oh, the father!
Yep.
The father. Wow. So enlightening. Thank you.
Father Xan'Tha! We can ask
Yes.
him to see if we can't borrow one of his men.
He does owe you a favor.
I want to see those children anyways.
It might help with us finding a cure to this said plague.
Well, yeah, but they kind of owe me a favor.
Lady favors are something I'm, not adverse to.
I gave him 5 platinum.
I thought you were very adverse to lady favors.
It's a general term. Have you not been to a brothel? You're not the type that wants to take their armor off, are you? Oh.
Let's go ask him.
Yeah, that's a good point. For a fighter, you sure do act like a paladin. I mean, really though, you don't drink, you don't
He's
visit
an Eldritch Knight. He
brothels.
still has Knight in his name.
Fighters are knights, but that doesn't mean they don't rape and murder people.
Speaking of that, what?
Whatever.
Let's go to the orphanage.
Sirris is a very goal-oriented person. He has a goal in mind, and that's the only thing that's keeping him going at this point.
Okay. So, going to visit the orphanage. Who's going with?
I'll go.
We shall.
Okay. The two
I
of
don't like
you.
this squishy elf.
Oh, I'm with Rosalind skipping along, causing mayhem.
Figured as much. 1 sec. Really? I can't do a. Oh, that sucks. Okay. I was trying to do that Control F thing, but it doesn't work on here. Anyway, you make it back to the orphanage. Upon entering, you see that your money was well spent. I mean, it looks like a number of things have improved. Not only are the kids clothed, and again, they still seem happy, but they're playing with newer toys. It looks like they have new bedclothes, sheets, blankets, proper pillows. And it looks like today the construction is underway here. So it's on top of the kids doing what they're doing, it's quite loud from people hammering and laying bricks and what have you.
I'm giddy, but I'm not showing it. I'm like going like this.
You do see Father Cetera. He's kneeling down, speaking to a child who looks red in the face. But yeah, he's the far end of the room.
I look at him and I look at what he, who's talking to him. Like, crap.
Oh wait, I've got my armor now, don't I?
Yeah.
Wow,
Got your
I'm
new
like
fancy plate.
I'm a walking siege engine.
I think you should stay here.
No, I'll go with you.
The kids always
Muted yourself or something.
Hello.
You're good.
I said the
kids
always get excited to see a knight,
All right, but if the kids start, playing all over you, you gotta stand still.
Full plate, you're like a freaking jungle gym.
You realize this isn't my first time around children, right?
No, I understand that last time was too.
Yeah, by the way, you do get some looks, and a bunch of little kids are like looking straight up at you, like, "Wow, are you a knight?"
Something like that.
One of the kids is like knocking on your armor and says, "Are you in there? Is it hollow?"
I walked toward Father Xan'Tha.
You overhear his discussion. He's like, "Well, maybe we can go to the park today. I know it's loud, and we're trying everything we can. We'll go out to the park and just hello. Yeah, sorry. Just the kids are a little fussy with all the noise. I can't blame them. It's giving me a migraine."
No, I completely understand it. It gives me migraine too. I'm just glad everything is like 180 from here.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe the improvements. A number of people in the community are very happy about what you did. Needless to say, you have some pull around here. People are anyone generous, always gets a good reputation with members of the clergy, regardless of beliefs. Charity is pretty widespread. So, what brings you in? Just seeing the progress?
Well, That too, but I also have a favor to ask you. It might be pretty big, but you might need to borrow one of your men. We're actually going out to adventure for a bit, go see what's causing the plague, and we were wondering if we could borrow one of your. Yeah.
I see. I have someone in mind, but can I get back to you on that?
Sure.
Yes, I know of someone who is interested in heading that way anyway, to relieve some of the lumberjacks out there, but let me see if he's still interested, and can I get in touch with you sometime? Where could I find you?
How long would it take?
Just until tomorrow.
The prancing pony.
You know where Rosalind's house is, right?
Which
Which one?
We've
Never
never
asked
asked the name of the house.
No, you haven't.
How
You
about
know,
we
that
how about we meet you
house
at
over
the
there.
castle doors at high noon
Oh, that doesn't give us much time. How's sunset?
of tomorrow?
Oh, I thought you meant today. Yes, I
Oh,
can do noon.
it's sunset tonight would be amazing because we kind of want to head out as soon as possible.
Sure, I just have to. Well, I promised the children we go to the park, so my evening is booked.
No, I completely understand. I overheard a little bit what you were talking about.
Yes. Well, yes, I'll get in touch with you.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
The kids running around. Sorry, just out of curiosity. What races are we looking at here?
A variety. Most elven. Not elven. Most human. But a variety. Humans. You don't really see many elven children. You know, an elven child is like 40 years old. So, um, yeah, you see humans, some dwarf children, which are way smaller than you imagined. Um, their age ranges pretty widely. There's some kids who look like they're maybe 4, and some who are like 14.
Mm-hmm.
Did Did you see what I just? Just trying to learn.
Mm, Well, I would have to. I mean, maybe, but here's the thing. I don't know if. I mean, I think sleep would fall into the category of incapacitated.
Yeah,
It's
sleep's magical though,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
and it's not
So
a death
this,
save.
so it
It's
wouldn't
just
stop.
no,
I
that
don't
wouldn't
think it would
affect
work
sleep.
against sleep. No.
Sleep is magical, and it's she has to roll and so much in d6s, and if she has more than your hit points, you just fall asleep. There's no save.
Yeah, sleep is you can cast it on a whole group of people if you
Well,
yeah.
the way I was reading it was advantage on dex saving throws against things you can't see, and then you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Yeah, I know, but incapacitated in this sense I don't believe falls under the magical nature.
So it would be like natural things. I couldn't be
Like you
incapacitated.
can't be tied up, you know.
Yeah.
Knocked out by a blunt of a sword or
Mhm. Yeah.
something. Okay.
Alright, I
Yeah.
slide my feet out, or slide my feet. That's how I walk all the way to Cyrus, and I go, okay, children, I have to take him to go fight big, huge baddies.
The kids are pretty excited. Some of them look like scared that there's monsters outside. Uh but yeah, the kids are like bye, waving at you and stuff.
I'm not great with kids, I'm not great with people, but I don't like rundown orphanages.
Did you want to take a break?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, let's take a 10. I want to get a drink, and we'll come back into it. All right, so 10-minute break. So I got you guys a cleric.
You mean I have you guys a cleric?
Well, it just so happens I have an older character who hasn't been used in a long time. Like he was an early character in the campaign of Lolly at Maybelline and all them, but he was sworn to Lolly at then. He just kind of disappeared for a while. I think he'll fit the bill perfectly.
Good. Now Michelle can lean the entire curing of this disease onto the.
Oh, we
just
probably have
protecting-
our cure disease come to us now, huh?
You guys do. I don't.
You gave it to somebody else.
I purchased mine for that dwarf's cousin, and then never left it in his actual name, and just said he'd come and pick.
Okay, so we've got a ranger, fighter, barbarian, rogue, and cleric.
Well, minus the rogue, since you guys aren't taking him, but he's there.
Oh, I thought we weren't.
I was
But
gonna,
you weren't.
say we can probably use him to scout ahead.
Yeah, that's. I want.
Don't tell me.
I mean, like I said, I don't care what you guys do. I just want to know.
I want him to find himself under somebody's car. Dead.
Don't worry, big guy. I'll keep an eye on him. Make sure the mean old rogue stays away from you.
He just rubbed me the wrong way, so now I'm done.
I thought you like your rubbins any way you can get them.
I don't trust some people though, especially when they question mine. So, yeah, I'm done.
Excuse me. Well, I'm good to go. You
Yep.
guys are.
Gil's streaming again. Just a heads up. I don't think she's waiting for you to give you the.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Welcome back, guys. Man, I need like a red light somewhere or something. Um, so welcome back. Before the break, we kind of just sped through things for the sake of keeping it a little bit quicker. I know we've been doing a lot of RP. Um, so where we're at now, you have your armors, you have your healing potions. You're set to meet up with the Father Satera, again later this evening. Is there anything that a lot of you would like to do in that time? I know we covered a lot of ground. I just didn't know if there's anything that popped into mind while we were taking that break, if you just want to skip to the point.
No, I'm just
wanna go
gonna
get
be
something.
waiting over at the east stairs.
This is the only thing I need to know from you, Michelle. It's the middle of the day. Are you guys still getting drunk?
Oh, day drinking? I mean, if Rosalind's down for it, I am. I don't.
Oh yeah, she's good to go.
I day drink all the time.
Okay. Just curious. So
It's never a good sign.
the two of you are standing near the city gates when you see Cassius walking over from a distance. He puts a hand up and just kind of stretches back and says, "So, have we come to a decision?"
Yep, we're leaving. Wait, is this still the same day? We're just waiting for the priest.
This is day 6. Yeah, you're still waiting for the priest.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow we're leaving. We're just waiting on the priest to get here.
But am I leaving? Am I?
Yeah, I assume so.
I,
You have
I
your stuff
was
ready, don't you?
waiting for you to tell me. Yes, I can be ready.
There's a thing though. Our friend is still not trust me a lot, so we would like it if he started ahead of us, and then when the time comes, he can probably fly alongside us, just to make sure that he's not.
I
I
would
see.
definitely keep my distance from him.
I feel that the group of you may trust me more if you got to know me. I mean, like the lot of you, I assume. I've had a rough upbringing. Sure, it makes me standoffish, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm just good at what I do.
You don't have to prove yourself to me.
Well, fine. I assume the lot of you were still staying over at Ebenhoof Manor.
Is that what it's called?
Hey, we know the name.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Oh, that's what it's called. I just thought it was called House.
It's
Or
a
Rosalind's
proper
main house?
it's a proper estate. That's no house. That, well, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, sure. I'll rendezvous with a lot of you that morning, and then go ahead.
Yep, sounds like the plan.
I'm assuming you're going to follow the same road that the lumberjacks have taken until you reach the forest. Correct?
Yep.
Tropics, I guess I should say. Okay.
Bunch of big, muscular, hot dudes running down this road. You're damn right. I'm gonna be.
Very good. I will see you in the morning. And he kind of just he tips his hat, walks away.
I feel like I offended him. I
Another
feel like I offended a lot of people.
I wouldn't worry about it.
another half hour passes, and it's getting a little dark when he finally arrives. With him is a rather large figure, also clad in plate mail. Um, he says, "Oh, sorry. So it was very difficult getting back to the
You guys aren't.
getting back from the park. I think one of the children is
I know
missing.
where
I'm worried to death about it. Sorry. This is Lord. Are you still a lord? Former lord? He says, I'm a lord. I guess Lord Valis. He's the one who's interested in going with you. Um, very very good individual. Yes, you can speak with him.
Lord
I
Ballas.
I must be going.
How were the children at the park today?
What? What?
How were the children at the park?
Oh yes, it was great. It's just
You said one of them is missing?
yeah, the clergy is all scattered, and it's hard to keep track of all these children. So we're afraid one's missing. It could be nothing, but I'm still very invested in the matter. I'm going to be out through the
What
night.
do they look
So
like?
uh small child, maybe 7, short hair, uh birthmark on his left arm. If you see him, let us know.
What's his race?
He's human. Human boy. Yes, if you see him, let me know. He was last seen wearing a red shirt.
Oh
Go
no,
back to the park to find him.
he's dead.
And he goes. Um, so
Valis, it's good to have you with us. We'll meet here tomorrow morning.
Or we can have him help us look for the kid. I mean, it's none of our business.
I'm afraid I'm not interested in that. So, what are your motives when traveling east? Do you have a plan of attack? Do you have a proper marching order? You look like a ragtag group from what I saw at the council meeting.
Well, I figure we'll go to these people, speak with them if we can. If not, we'll kill them all and move on.
Sounds good. I like your style. I don't think we need to speak any more of this. See you tomorrow.
Very well.
Oh my God, it's Ron from Parks and Rec.
I feel like I offended him. I feel like I offend everybody.
He just goes about his business. He just walks away.
Does he have a
We
mustache?
have a child to find.
He's wearing armor, so you weren't able to see.
We do. Maybe we should tell Michelle.
I'm going to use the sending stone to talk to Cassius.
You know what? His personality is very similar to Sirris. Very short, brash person. And I never thought of him in that way, but now I want him to be Ron Swanson.
You're welcome. Hey, you're the DM.
I mean, he acts a lot like it in the time that I
You're
had
gonna
him.
do it my way, and you're gonna do it violent.
Yeah.
You're down with the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went east, we killed everyone. End of speech.
If you want the greater detail, just talk to the woman.
If you need me, please do not. I will be drinking. Okay. So, yeah, there is a kid missing.
Yeah, I think we need to find this kid.
Yep.
Was I present for all of this, or was I
That's
out
up to you.
gallivanting with Rob?
No,
That is up to you.
You are way too far gone. You've been drinking all day long. You don't even know where you're at.
But does Rosalind know where we're at?
Hell no. She can't hold liquor like you, so she's even worse.
So she's like piggyback riding me while we're gallivanting around being out.
Yeah, you're like dragging her through the streets and holding her hair back when she has to puke.
Yes.
They're gonna get alcohol poisoning. Great. Good thing we have cure-alls.
You gotta think, this has been your week. You've lost so much time in the last 7 days.
What is time?
Yeah, good
All
thing
right.
we got that wagon.
Yeah, well, okay, so they said that they were at the park.
I am going to contact Cassius too.
Alright, well, I'm going to run ahead of you to the park.
Alright, I'll be there shortly.
I look for a gray guard, I show him my shirt, and I ask him real quick where the park is. He can just point at me. And I run that direction.
Okay, you're contacting Cassius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you saying?
Cassius, you there?
Always present. What can I do for you?
I need another favor.
Speak.
There's a child missing from an orphanage that Xan'Tha's taking a liking to. 7 years old, red shirt, human. He has a birthmark on his, what was it, right arm?
Oh, yes. The child that's following you. I just assumed you knew.
What?
I'm gonna roll for perception just to see if he's close by.
He's been tagging along all day long. I don't know. I thought it was a shadowing type of thing. Maybe you spoke to the priest. And yeah, he should be nearby. Last time I came to visit you, I knew he was close by.
I
He was
got
in
a
that
20.
alleyway.
Okay, I'm going to look around and see if I can find the alleyway that he's looking for.
Yeah, I got a 20. So look perception. No.
Unfortunately, Zan, you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, you're
So
still going
you are
towards the
seeing
park.
everything perfectly clear, but you're not seeing what you're looking for. Why don't you give me a check there, Sirris?
Okay, give me a second. Hold on. Let me see what my perception is. Perception is 4, so that's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find him. He's not great at hiding. He thinks he is, but mostly he's just stayed far enough behind that you haven't noticed. But yes, you find him just kind of pressed against a wall in an alleyway. When you come around the corner, he kind of jumps a little bit and just looks up at you, silent.
I reach down, grab him by the back of the shirt, and pick him up.
He starts kicking and screaming. He's like, "Put me down!"
Calm down, boy. I'll put him on my shoulder.
Where are we going?
You are going home.
No.
Very well.
Mm,
Game over.
yes.
He says, "I don't want to go.
I
I
run-
go."
I run back and I'm like super out of breath. I'm like, I can't find him. I look up. Oh.
He's like, "I'm going to your house."
What's your name, kid?
Dirt.
Oh, Dirt. It's an interesting name.
You mean?
Do you know my name?
No, but you're that night guy from earlier.
Yep. You can call me Sirris.
He says, "I don't want to go back. Everybody's so mean up there."
Well, what do you mean?
Well, like, my name's Dirt, so they're pretty mean.
We can give you a new name.
He thinks for a minute. He's like, "No, I think it's too late."
Yeah, I don't think anything's too late.
Oh, Dirt. I do you one better. You know how to fix your problems?
He just shakes his head.
The best way to deal with a bully is to scare them.
Of course, that would be your advice. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I saw my light was off. And I got weird. Yeah, give him some prison guidelines.
So who's
What you need to
picking on
do is
Dirt?
make a shiv.
Take your toothbrush out into the yard and file it down on the stone.
No, I'm gonna stop you there. I look at the kid and I go, you can probably keep him for the night. You'll have to tell father and see if it's okay. Because we also got other people with us.
You're
And you
leaving
can-
in the morning.
But we're leaving in the morning, so we'll have to put you right back where you belong. But every time we come back, or once we come back, we'll come straight back to the orphanage, okay?
He says, "That's what they told me when I got stuck there."
I'll look at the kid and just. Fine. Go tell your priest.
So
Oh,
you guys are adopting a kid for the night.
We're adopting a kid for the night.
no, we'll probably end up adopting the kid. Just adopting the kid. Which is not what I wanted.
I don't want to adopt the kid either. I already told him.
Not a typical game of D&D. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep your estrogen over there.
All right.
Farted.
So I guess you're going to tell Father Satera, who is still frantically looking about in the park.
Actually, you know what? We'll walk back to the orphanage, and then we'll go back to the manor, and all the other kids to see him with me.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. So you get back to Ebenhoof Manor. You open the door and see a bunch of people sitting in a circle smoking in the living room.
This is not okay.
It's not. All right, break it up.
Meanwhile,
Everyone
on the
out.
couch, Michel has his arms around two dudes drinking.
Please tell me the kid's with him.
Yes.
Guys, we have to talk. I cover the poor kid's eyes. Well, I kind of try to.
Oh. Rosalind's like, oh my god, there's a kid in there. Everybody get out. And she's like getting everybody out of the door. She looks at you and's like, Michelle, you want to like take that upstairs or something?
I take both of them upstairs.
Okay. So once the place is cleared and she's kind of like fanning her arm trying to get the smoke out of there, she's like, what are you guys doing with the kid?
He followed us, apparently.
He's a stray. We're keeping him for the night.
That's kind of rude.
Well, the church has no power over me right now, so yeah. I kind of have power over the orphanage right now.
Wow.
That's
Okay. I control the orphanage.
I mean, you're not going to start
Dark plot, imagine.
I know all the orphans by name.
They will kill you quietly.
Yeah, don't kill the kids and bathe in their blood. That sets off some red flags.
Well, no, I meant I could just train the kids to be assassins.
More Spartans. Okay. So, Dirt's looking around. He's like, wow, this place is so fancy. And he's just freaking out.
I walk into the kitchen and grab some fruit and toss at him.
So we can't really adopt him, but he doesn't want to go back. Apparently the orphanage is not treating him so well, and we can't adopt him, but, I mean...
She's like, oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, let me change. Yeah, we don't need to be there. Anyway, she's like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you guys can stay here tonight. Aren't you all leaving tomorrow, though?
Yeah, we were gonna take him home to go to the tomorrow morning. First thing on,
Okay, well, sure, do whatever. I think I'm actually going to head to one of my other places. So, if you need me, I'll be like a couple blocks over somewhere. I mean, Michelle knows the house. We've been there.
Okay, if on the way, can you ask people, see if they want to adopt a kid?
Okay. She's like, all right, well, have fun. Bye. And just
It won't break my heart if you don't find anyone.
closes the door and leaves. You begin to hear some loud noises coming from upstairs.
God damn it.
I beat you to it.
You realize I want to set you on fire. Won't stop.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I just hear loud gay noises from upstairs.
I didn't say it was Mariah Carey playing up there, okay?
This is the greatest campaign ever. Okay.
We're only episode 5.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you gonna do with this kid? I mean, it's just now like not time. Is it just like, okay, kid, you can stay with us, go to sleep? What are you gonna do with this kid?
Well, I'm gonna murder. I'm gonna teach this kid how to take care of himself.
Take him out in the yard, give him a stick, and show him how to sword fight.
I was gonna throw doing that upstairs. I was gonna show him how to throw a proper punch.
Okay. So we'll just fast forward through the night for now. We'll just say the kid had a good
You
time.
did get yours all day, all week.
Morning comes, and you hear a loud knock on the door. Like it's
I
before dawn. It's got to be like 5 in the morning.
I open the door and I glare at whoever it is.
There, in full plate, you see Valis. He says, "It's morning. Time to go."
We have one quick stop before. It's pretty important.
Phallus, this wasn't the agreed upon location.
But here you are, and now it's time to go.
I turn to Cyrus. You want to take the kid back?
Yeah.
I'll adopt him if I go.
I'll take him.
I'll go get Misha.
Get the
Dirk
horses
goes
and the.
kicking and screaming. He's not happy to go back.
I'll drag him back if I have to.
Valis looks over, and he's like, "Cute kid, good fighter." And then he just kind of stands there, staring.
I kind of give him a dirty look.
You're weird, Phallus.
Here.
Oh, if you're typing out his name, I know what it is.
Yeah. I hand her that broken piece of arrowhead to him and says, if anybody dares to hurt you, stab him with this.
Straight up just gave him a shame.
The fuck? I take it, I throw it. No.
Valis kneels down and says, "Listen, son. Any craftsman worth his money would be able to make his own tool with anything available. There's always resources around, and they're constructing. You should be able to find something to defend yourself."
You guys are telling him to make something.
All of you are teaching this kid to make a shiv. What the fuck? I
get out of the way and let Valis in, and I go upstairs and go pound on the door where Michelle is at.
Okay. Are you knocking on the door?
I am pounding on the door like it's police.
Please tell me the door swings towards.
No, the door is closed.
I mean, does the door swing her direction or
inward?
Damn it.
Yeah, could you imagine how awkward that would be to have a door swing out into a hallway?
Yeah, but then I could plow her with the fucking door.
I thought the only person getting plowed were those two dudes.
What? We won't get into the specifics to save the DM. He knows how it is. I open the door wide, wearing nothing, and you can just imagine.
I'm not surprised.
There is
what?
That's smaller than I thought.
I was about to say there is a distinct odor.
You might want to clean up because there's another hunk down there. And I just walk down without, repeating myself.
I'm already busy.
Well, too bad, because he's gonna leave, in about 10 minutes, so you better hurry up and clean up.
Alright, you two fucks, get out.
As you head downstairs, you look into the living room, and Valis isn't there anymore.
Not the door, assholes. The window.
Oh, fuck.
As you get to the bottom of the stairs and look left, you see him standing in the kitchen, eating. He says, "I saw a drumstick, so I helped myself."
Go right ahead. The owner of this house isn't here right now.
I come downstairs. After patting one on the ass as he's going out the front.
Are you still naked?
No, I'm dressed.
Okay.
Valis, meet Michelle.
Had to slip into your slippery pants.
I mean, they're well oiled, so I just jumped on.
Okay.
Michelle,
Full powder.
meet, don't touch this one.
He kind of crosses his arms and swallows his food. He says, I'd shake your hand, son, but I feel that's not a good idea.
It's not just my hands.
Wonderful. When do we leave?
Once Sirris comes back.
I told you to get the horses and the wagon ready, and I'd meet you there.
I throw my shit in the wagon and I go look for Roz.
They didn't tell you where she was at. You
I'm
know,
going to assume where she went.
you know of her 12 different estates, but you're not sure which one. But yes, you do know which one is closest by. So
That's probably the one I'm going to.
okay. We'll say while you're heading there, Sirris, you're dropping dirt off. He throws a fit, and of course, the father thanks you again, and you know takes you back or takes him back, and kind of scolds him for leaving, but he's glad that he's back. And then we'll say you're coming back towards Ebenhoof Manor. In the meantime, Michelle, you make it over to the other house, where you find the front door is ajar.
Hmm. I knock on the door.
It kind of just opens a little bit, and you don't see anybody in the living room.
So I walk in there and I yell for Roz.
You hear some thumping from the basement, and the door swings open, and she's kind of standing there with one eye half open. And she's like, It's not even sun time yet.
I know I was rudely awakened the same way people ruined my party upstairs.
So you should know how much this sucks. Why are you waking me up?
They're dragging my ass out of the city, and I figured you'd want the key over to the house. I mean, at least if you want us to like stay there, that's cool. But I don't want to lose this shit while I'm on the road. You've got a key ring, I don't.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a real bummer if you died with my house key.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't locked it yet, so I don't know if you want. I mean, you left this door open, so I mean, I know how you
I
party.
did?
Yeah,
Did I get robbed? Wow, that's a miracle.
you got robbed. I'm looking.
No, that's the miracle part. I mean, I think everything's here.
Maybe in the last week we've made you a little too scary to.
True. All right, well, I guess I'll see ya. It's been cool.
Can I take a couple of bottles of wine for the road?
Go for it.
Sweet.
I'm just
You're amazing.
sitting here with Valis, waiting impatiently for the two.
He is dead silent. He's just getting everything ready, saddling the horses, but he's saying nothing.
I come back skipping with like 8 bottles of wine in my arm.
He turns his head and says, This trip will not be any fun at all. And then he just gets up on top, holds the reins, and waits for you guys to load up.
I have my bag of holding, so I'm good.
Do you want to hold a couple of these in your?
I thought you didn't want me to hold your stuff.
This is booze for all of us except him. I don't know him and.
Well, okay. I hold the bag out and let him dump it in.
I put 4 of them in there, and I put the other 4 in my.
Okay. At this time, good friend Sirris comes back. So, everybody load up.
I'll hop into the back. Let's go get
Um,
Callus and get out of here.
How many horses are there?
Go get.
He's waiting for us at the gate.
2 horses.
I'll tag along on the other one.
No, I figured we'd take the wagon there and just
Yeah,
pick him
but
up and
it's
go.
two horses. I was getting on the horse.
Oh, I thought we were.
He's got the reins at the front of the carriage, so you don't really need to. Like,
Oh, it's one of
steer.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the front with him.
Okay.
I'm sleeping in the back because these dickheads woke me up too early.
Makes good sense. That's what I would do. Okay. He heads towards the gates where you see just kind of standing there, sees the carriage coming, and he's like, "Oh, goodness. A little early, aren't we?"
You're still here? Early?
Yes, well, as you know, we elves don't need to sleep.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
St-
Apparently, Lord Phallus is an early riser.
Maybe he's secretly a half elf.
Says
And
we
then
can
I glance
travel
at
more
him.
ground before sundown. It's just practical.
Alright. You
Um,
said the best way is to go through the trail of the lumbers, right?
Cassius looks up and he's like, "Who's this stick in the mud?"
This is Phallus. Phallus, this is Cassius.
I've got you calling him Phallus now.
He
It says right there. It says Phallus.
I'm calling him Phallus.
Because he's a dick. I get it.
up on that.
I've been calling him Phallus this whole time.
Okay. So he says nothing and just kind of nods at
He's her.
Cassius.
He's my favorite from the orphanage.
Very well then. Well, nice to meet you, Lord Vallis, correct? Yes, you may call me Thale. Esperon Thale at your service. And he shakes his hand and then he jumps in the back of the carriage. Says, "Oh, yes, the name I gave you was a pseudonym of mine. I haven't been entirely honest.
No, it's not like we haven't caught on.
But that is my real name. I'm trying to be honest now that I feel I could somewhat trust the group of you."
Snoring
I'll still
loudly.
call you Callus.
So everyone's there, and you begin heading east towards the sunrise. And I think that's where we will call it for tonight. Yeah, I mean, we made some progress, but most importantly, we finally got on the friggin' road. So, next campaign, we begin the action adventure.